Because of course we do have to acknowledge the back-to-back victories in the regular season by BTR. Leg number 1, leg number 2, it was 2-1 in both regards, and in both moments actually it was BTR that broke ONIC's win streak. You talked about their individual prowess and of course their individual skills, and when we're talking about individual prowess and skills, you gotta talk about Eman and Kelra. Is it true that Eman is Kelra's counter, the antithesis?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna read what I see on the screen here in the all-time matchups, you know. Eman, one time in MSC, that was 2022 when Kel was part of Omega. MPL Philippines 6 and 4 when they were RSG and Omega respectively. Then here in MPL ID. So the curse has followed through. Eman has been the counter to Kelra. That is true.
He finished so far. They prio the Chusin a lot more. Mid control, obviously, won by ONIC. Good taunt.
On towards Seal Moreno. Below 50% HP. Oh, the Revitalize did not help. Keyboy, that's gonna be first blood. Kyrie.
Emblems by Bayou. 2 rotational emblems we do see. Talents rather from the Chusin, the Agility and the Wilderness Blessing. He's like, you wanna go in for that. Finish, gets to hit level 4. On the Chalker.
That's a good trace those early. Wow, find the turtle. Big control, they collapse. That's a mile, take him down. Kai picks up the kill. But Kai will be traded back instantly.
Again, a particular Bigot Trooper with a Bigatron bolt right there. Tsunami Slam.
On towards 1, that's a taunt. Oh, cancelled.
Because Kyrie's down bottom and they're gonna be content on taking that bottom side turret. Bigatron is on a chase.
Yeah, it seems like they will not be satisfied just taking the turtle. They want Keyboy in the process, which they will get. That's gonna be Shaman Force Pops. BTR finds the taunt, finds the lockdown. Down goes Keyboy and Kelra.
Whoa, what happened there? They're looking for more. Sans is chipped down. Niall's coming in.
That's gonna be 2-5 Pop. Sans not able to find an escape route. Another kill on the board here for Bigatron.
Is a farming monster, and the Eastern Chin is trailing from behind in terms of the level. And you don't really see the snowball from the Eastern Chin. That is why they're allocating Kyrie in the back, looking for a farm. Tsunami Slam.
On towards 1, that's gonna be damage coming through. That's good. Deep positioning. Keyboy though. Stuck AOG to the back. Take a look at Kelra. Applied. Oh, Niall will sacrifice himself to trade 1-for-1. Keyboy taken down. Come on, gets the extra gold. And ladies and gentlemen,
turret. And Bigatron, no, the longer they hold onto this Lord, the more ONIC will lose. ONIC needs to do something about this. Will they pull the trigger? Will they just wait? Will they try to steal this? Because I don't see a world where Yi Sun-Shin goes into the pit.
Yep, that's the Mount Charger Pots. Bigatron repositioned towards the back. That's going to be Lord. Takes it low. Now takes it. That's going to be the pull trigger. Trigger pull. Kai take it down with the Tsunami Slam in hand. Sans off the board as well. That's a Bigatron. They have found the fall. Kelra not able to provide the damage. Keyboy left standing as Bigatron. They have found success.
Crumbling to pieces are the Sky Kings. Sans completes his Sky Piercer, but
still struggling to find solutions here on to neutralize the game. And you know, Kai is still a level behind Niall.
Well, I know that a minute, good flicker response.
Yeah, that's actually Luffy missing. That's going to Tsunami Slam onto his Luffy. He's going to fall first. Take a look at the mid lane. Kelra off the board. That's going to be the pin in Eman. Finding the angle to take the double. And ladies and gentlemen, the Red Robots have wiped the defending champions of MPL ID out in the first game.
The Red Robots turn into such killing monsters. They're looking for the crystal.
All right, especially after the down.
Yes.
Let's go, coach.
Benedetta, they're gonna go for Benedetta.
Look at that. Yep. He's gonna look for rotations. He's gonna look for fast clears. And that is what Shogun will do. And he does particularly well with the Benedetta.
Two-man song with a perfect match. That will be the end of Kai.
Because I don't think ONIC does have a way here unless they look for an engage.
That's going to be the turtle secured by Niall. That's going to be Keyboy finding two-man stun. Uh-oh, Shaman Force on. That's going to be Bigatron finding the collapse. Keyboy taking down Niall. Barely survives. Moreno taking down Bigatron. Still able to reposition as they take Luffy down. Ladies and gentlemen, another favorable trade with Kelra. Gets the goal that he needs. That's going to be Kai for stunned up. Eman jumping back. Kai finds the kill. Eman slays him.
I believe Kelra will be able to. And now, Luffy.
That's going to be the dive. Oh, take a look at the coordination, ladies and gentlemen. Turtle for Bigatron in the second game. Uh-oh, and main Sans in trouble. That's going to be Sans taken very low. Oh, Shogun overextended. Gauges. At least so far, BTR is not letting a big fight to happen. Maybe this might be it.
Yeah, this might be it. I mean, you need an engagement to Rizla. But for the penalty zone, Finn, though, it's close by.
Yeah, that's pretty good for match. Keyboy taking very low force. Keyboy to use the flicker early. Oh! Only one though. Limpy taken down. The big penalty zone finds Sukai. And Kelra is leading again. The Red Robots finds a collapse and take a look at the shred. Fireman. The Red Raider combined with the Maestro equals total destruction. Struggling. It seems like BTR, they figured out, and here comes another engage. Terizla is not even tanky enough. That's going to be Nile though, knocked back on the base. Take a look at the passive. The passive saved Nile, ironically.
Oh man, this is very, very insane. This is a new level of Bigatron we never thought they could unlock. This is the Bigatron sitting in Mirko's dreams. His watch party Sans!
Uh-oh, Crimson Beacon to safety. Kelra under the mid.
Kelra!
Kelra finds Moreno. That's going to be Shogun taken down. BTR overextended. And ONIC responds in the 11th minute as Keyboy looks for an engage. Keyboy shuts a man down as Kai takes the kill. And suddenly, 4 members of BTR are on the floor.
They have none to their hands, right? Zero Turtles. This Lord might be proving grounds for them. As Bigatron looks for something. Finn. Oh!
Licker failing. Spear 5 pop. Kelra! Finds the kill! And he survives! Shogun finally shuts him down, but here comes Kai with the double. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kai and Kelra show! And Bigatron, they got the early game, but it seems like in minute 15 is just highlight reels for the Porcupines / Hedgehogs.
That's a wipeout! And to the junkyard, the machinery goes. The Sky Kings finally, with their divine intervention, shuts down the entirety of Bigatron by Vitality.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first game, it was a BTR wiping ONIC out and then ending the game. In the second game, it will be different. ONIC will wipe BTR out and destroy the base of BTR. It's one apiece.
You okay?
Hey man, you know, stay humble, eh?
Stay
Right?
humble,
We were staying humble earlier.
humble.
We gotta stay humble now. 1-1, one apiece. The 2 best teams in the world going at it. Of course, we're gonna go 1-1. That's
Yes.
But hey, what did I tell you, Bigatron? I said yesterday, no more Bigot Choke. It's Baguetron now. Why are you going back? They had that game.
They had it.
They had that game in their pockets, and then they decided to go in. They forgot who was in the goal lane. They thought it was, who do you think he was? Bro, who do you think he was in the goal lane? That's the goal, God of the goal lane. You gotta respect him, man.
Man.
They forgot who they think they were up against Orlando. Bro, that's the God of the goal lane. Where's the respect? Where's the discipline from yesterday, Baguetron?
I feel like they're kind of overhyping. You know, it was a very good engage from BTR.
I think it was a pure outplay as well.
Yes.
By Kelra, and that's why he deserves the MVP here in game number 2, presented by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro.
I hope the TVs are on in the playroom. Look at who you're up against. This is Kelra, brother. Yes, you have a good record against him, but that doesn't mean you can just dive him like he's Orlando, all right? You cannot do that.
They can also shred the enemy defenses, right?
Yeah.
So it kind
Allow
of
me
insinuates.
to lead the
Yes,
charge.
There you
I
go.
called it.
Gusset Blast for the Phobius, but Brave Smite for Lapu Lapu. As you would see, but then you see to pull yourself together from the core. Not on a minute. Keyboy gets collapsed on, but that's a Hilda. Super tanky. So for Moreno, obviously, he wants to cycle the flicker. He needs that. He can't really run the Purifier. He doesn't even need to run the Purifier, aside from that Lapu Lapu. At least the flicker now will go even quicker, and he'll be able to make aggressive gameplays happen.
Seems like gonna be Finn trying to zone out. That's gonna be Kyrie picking up the turtle. Finn taken down. Shogun is not in a good position.
a bit of something that confuses me because you really want to go for the fight when you have the Sky Piercer, especially with the Tsunami Slam on towards Kyrie.
Yep, that's going to be the Mystic Gush combination. Kai shred it down. Niall picks up the kill. And they look to be finding the kill as well onto its pin. It is still unfavorable for ONIC. Look now getting engaged on the Dark Wave. Protected. Shogun finds a kill, and that will be the trade.
Punching bag, and that's good because that enables Bigatron. Hold on a minute. The Purified pop. That's a Mystic Gush as well, which means Bigatron will concede this objective.
Kai finds the turtle. That's going to be T-Boy in the back. Right as Niall. The held up pick finds value.
And to go in like that. And he has been the one accessing the back again. This is what is so good about the lap. Purified PMI. See you later, nerd. So look at Kyrie. He completes the curse helmet straight away. Instead of holding on to the molten essence and then building something else. So this really means he wants to go in. Slam Slam.
That's engaged on the Mystic Gush. They want to take T-Boy down. They got it. That's a blazing win by Kelrock, who still has no Purified. Great cover by Sans as Kai finds a kill onto his pin. That's going to be, take a look at ONIC re-engaging BTR. Cannot escape from the pressure that is applied by ONIC.
Are confident to fight this, but what about Bigatron? Will they concede this? Will they let it go to the hands of ONIC? Deadly magic.
Yeah, pop up towards Sans, and looking at Kai sitting at level 12. It's hard for the Harley. That's the Tsunami Slam. They pull the trigger with the combination of Mystic Gush and the lead one. How Keyboy zoning Amon out of the fight, but that's enough to distract. Keyboy about to flicker. Here comes the rest of ONIC members looking for the collapse. They lose a Lupi earlier on. It's a 1-for-1, but ONIC, they got the control. Still, they want to find the re-engage. There are possibilities into whether down goes Shogun as Sans is in a prime position to provide cover. Nah, cannot go anywhere. And Sans, Sans again with the engage.
Wow. I thought he was going to go for more. Bruno's going to die.
The Maestro falls as Emon and Finn now left standing, defending in the mid lane, and ONIC is more! De La Sans finally taking a highlight here in the series. Okay, they have a Harley, they have a Gord, and they have Greenger that can deal damage from range. That's going to be Shogun though, isolated, will be taken down. Still 70 seconds on the clock for the next Lord, so BTR, they got to tone it down.
I agree. Whoa, hold on a minute, Hans.
Oh my goodness, still.
He's gonna die.
Oh, that's the glowing.
There, we'll go all in with the Bravest Fighter, but then you still have the Claude. You still have Sans just going around with the Lantern Flare. Keyboy with the massive flank.
Yeah, that's gonna be some slam towards a member of ONIC. With the winner crown as well. Finds an angle to take the roamer down and take a look at the isolation on Shogun.
He'll double damage, massive damage, which will be very good. But the question is, can they defend it?
Let's see, ONIC wants the top turret just for the Barley. A little bit overextending. An overextension Hilda there in the mid lane. Shogun, though, will force to use the flicker. They got the top tier. Now, do they go for more time? Come on. Oh, the fellow Filipino having fun there. After he Lupi actually taking kill. That's Finn repositioning the forward. Two-man stun. Is it enough? Lupi finds another kill on the board. That ONIC now applying more pressure as 3 base turrets comes out of BTR obliterated, and BTR still looking to defend the wave here. Coming in, ONIC says it is enough. A couple of seconds.
Rewind.
Gotta read the rewind. Does he have reach defending K Gold? Gap Sans with the flank. That's an aggressive flank. Niall isolated. Harley cannot get out. Look at Keyboy and Kai just zoning him on out. And this will be the opening that ONIC wants to get match points. Now Niall finds a recall. That's going to be Sans still just applying pressure on it. Can they go for more? It seems like the Lord is just calling ONIC out at this point, and that will be the call. Should be, right?
Oh, look at that lightning truncheon splash damage. They're forcing it. They might look the Bravest Fighter.
Yeah, that's going to be Finn now, the leader. The Sans finds the kill. Mystic Gush forward. Screams the beacon. Defensively by Sans. Now, take a look at the face. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to game 4 with ONIC sitting at match point.
I think it's probably
Yeah, it's probably
Lilia
not
or
Victoria.
Yi.
It's Lilia. Lilia's the safest choice. They go Lilia.
In the push, looking for a possible burst, but no. They're just gonna shift their eyes onto the neutral objective.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
That's now taken down. That's the first blood. Now Lutfi not able to find more. He flickers out of danger. That's going to be Kyrie finding the turtle. Keyboy moving more, advancing more as they will look for more. Black shoes spot by Sans. That's a lot of damage coming from the side of ONIC. But Finn taken down as well.
The fatal links from Finn. Might look for a play, but Lutfi in the back, always gonna wreak havoc. Shogun!
Yeah, Finn has a flicker and the fatal link as well. Force Lutfi to pop the flicker. Kyrie calmly finds the turtle. That's going to be an all-in towards Lutfi. Finally takes him down. Here comes Terra in the back. Shogun trying to zone him out. Take a look at will not be able to escape to the hands of Keyboy there. Perfect match to the back as Shogun is taking a lot of damage.
If you talk about catch, there isn't really much that can really handle that. Kelra 1v2.
50% HP. Keyboy now helping with the damage. That's Niall. Keyboy and Kelra to be able to find the kill on towards Niall. Their ex-jungler, by the way. Now minute 8, 24. K is their goal now as ONIC again just finding the angles now in 3v1, potentially 3v3. As Hellrain Kyrie to provide and support Lutfi. Eman in no man's land. That blazing duet here. Looking for an escape as Lutfi falls in the bottom side of the map. Kai closes the gap and finds the trade. Kai picks up in Moreno.
Oh, they turn!
Might be the turnaround that the red robots need. Because one by one, ONIC members are falling down.
Oh, ONIC, they bit more than they can chew, and Biggotron on Vitality find the perfect turnaround. This opens up an opportunity for them to get the Lord. This is where it gets very tricky. Sans is standing there menacingly.
Well,
what is he doing?
That's the Black Shoes committed. Shogun is on Sans' feet. That's just Biggotron focusing on the Lord. Lutfi and Keyboy trying to delay. Let's see. Can they do it? Fiddling pop. Kyle secures the Lord. That's going to be Keyboy taken down. Lutfi finds one as well. Here comes ONIC though. They do not want to give this Lord for free. Keyboy cannot escape as ONIC secures the kill. Now they want to close the gap as Shogun isolated and will be taken down. 3 members for the Lord.
At least the Claude to bank on, and Iman does well when he's under pressure.
Keto's on his side.
Keto just looking for something.
Keo now cannot watch.
Keto now is just gonna have his head down, hoping for a miracle. Possibly concealed play. Kelra!
Lutfi shows that's why they pulled the trigger now. Kelra! That's going to be the first member deleted. That's going to be also Moreno off the map. Here's Keyboy. Stunning two. Flickers out. BTR disengaging now. What's going to be the call here? Bottom side is still pushing for ONIC. And now it seems like it's a slow down tempo. ONIC, they do not want to commit the Lord as they are waiting for Kelra to be back.
Yep. Moreno has Dice Queen Swan. Niall comes in.
With the engage and the steed. Sans now in front of Black Shoes pops. That's going to be Iman now flickering out. Great cover here in the back. That's a touch! Kai! Ray! Shuts him on down. And down goes the formation as Sans collects another kill. As ONIC again now on trial to go for the Lord. Racer in the bottom side of the map deleted. First one to fall here. Now, what will Biggotron do? They're defending the mid lane. ONIC is pressuring the mid lane. Still able to defend it. That's a taunt onto a Shogun. That's a lot of damage that Shogun is taking. Still able to flicker out. Sounds lots of Black Shoes. Top lane now in trouble. Still able to stand though as BTR will only lose a turret in the bottom.
Oh, they're looking for a counter engage. The conceal Finn's chasing Kelra.
Still has the Purified. Keep in mind that's a fatal links committed. 2-man taunt by Kai. Here comes ONIC. The damage here comes Keyboy from the back. And Lutfi as well! Keyboy looks for an engage. That's dirty damage here coming in. That's the winner count pop. Shogun very low! Biggotron still stands. Moreno finds a opening, finds the double, and here they come. Kelra! Waiting for the right time.
it!
Finds a triple. Does not connect the Maniac, but both team just throwing haymakers here in the 16th minute of the game.
Sans, he's being chased down. The Sky Piercer will pop. No, black shoes.
That's gonna be the Sun. It's 3-1. No Purify. That's the Fatal Links connecting. Sans delivering enough damage, but he will not take Moreno down.
Gloom that he has. Closely getting something. Lord, so low.
Now secures it. That's gonna be Keyboy now finding stunning till 3. That's gonna be now repositioning. Keyboy heals himself back up with me. Different angle to flank. Here comes Wape! Fighting 3 members there. That's gonna be the Blazing Red pop by Amon. BMI to the back. Take a look at the back fin. Not able to find the connection as Kalra finds blood and take Moreno down.
Finn is gonna buy some time, at least for the Lord to spawn. Look at 2 players in that bush. They're waiting for something, but Finn, with the perfect match, will be able to run out. And I think they want to clear the Lord there and then. And then with that, they can shove the waves into the base and possibly look for something. Finn is so low. The bonk and the taunt. Perfect match will save him. He's buying so much time. Finn is insane. The great escape.
Look at Keyboy clearing the mid as well. Right there. Now Lupi spotted there by Moreno. ONIC again just looking to buy time. They understand that they gotta force a clear here in the mid lane. Take a look at the trigger pull by Shogun. Corner Ruin doesn't land. That's gonna be ONIC now. Re-engaging. That's gonna be Lord going down first. Lord goes to Nile, but look at the collapse on it. They have healthy members. Finn flickers out of danger. Kelra
Keyboy
finds one as Keyboy with the heptases is able to take one down.
The flicker kill really adds the insult to injury, and now they look for the end. The Lord hasn't spawned just yet, but there you go. They might want to hold it there, or they might want to cycle it because there's gonna be a wave down bottom.
Yeah, they're looking to end here. The upper bracket finals is within their sights, ladies and gentlemen. Geek Fam is in watching on ONIC as Kelra wants blood.
Crystal
and Moreno is down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the team that will enter the upper bracket finals. Congratulations, ONIC, as they will face Geek Fam later on. Bigatron, unfortunately, will have to fight in the lower bracket finals.
You can see the coaching staff unfazed, but finally, what it means for ONIC is finally they're able to escape.
Wow.
The very ghost that haunts them, and that is Bigatron, the kryptonite, always weighing on their shoulders, finally slain. It all comes in vain, and Keyboy shouts out
Classic Keyboy.
to Bigatron. But up on stage are our winners, ONIC, with Budek, Mongstar, and Sabila.
Topi dari tim Bigatron. Yes. Nah,
There's something left on stage. It is the hats of Bigatron.
topi dari tim Bigatron langsung diambil dan langsung
You've taken their hats and now you put it in your pocket. Oh my God, ONIC.
Kenapa? Gimana teman-teman ONIC?
Oh God.
Kenapa? Kelra.
But this is your first playoffs in MPL Indonesia. Kelra, how do you feel?
Senang saya sih, soalnya banyak orang sih, banyak fans, banyak yang teriak-teriak.
It's cool because there's a lot of people here, so many fans. The fans always yell for us.
Ramai banget memang.
That's Coach Yeb's daughter and Coach Yeb.
Kalau di babak regular season kalah sama Eman.
In the regular season, you lost to Eman twice.
Eman dan juga Kelra sepertinya lumayan pahit untuk Kelra ya.
And it seems like regular season was a bit bitter for you, Kelra. It was a bitter pill to swallow.
How do you see your history with Eman?
Kayaknya si Eman itu
Eman?
mainnya lumayan bagus juga sih, lumayan kuat.
Eman plays really well.
Jago.
Eman's just good.
Disciplinnya bagus juga. Laningnya.
His laning.
Gimana? Laning?
So how was it? How was laning against
Di
Eman?
babak playoff dengan Eman, gimana laningnya?
How was laning against Eman? We got Mr. Kyrie for translation.
Yang hari ini.
Hari ini lebih kuat.
He played very good today. He's stronger today.
Seorang Kelra dan juga ONIC bisa ngebalasin dendam regular season.
You guys are able to avenge your 2 losses in the regular season.
Si Kelra.
Kita gak tidur,
We didn't sleep.
main terus.
We just kept playing to practice for this match.
Alt